Oh God. Nomi. Nomi. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's one thing to decide to come into Big Brother's house to be deliberately rude, disrespectful, defiant, and, just overall uncouth to fellow housemates, right? But to deliberately want to do the same to Big Brother, it see, that's the highest form of audacity, the highest level of audacity. It's one thing to decide to come into the show to want to be the villain of the season, to want to be the most talked about housemate of the season, to want to do the most, right? Do everything in your power, everything to always want to be on the lips of every single viewer and also your fellow housemates inside the house, of course. However, to want to also play Big Brother, the owner of the house, the one that controls the show from within and even without. It's wild. You must have smoked a very, very large tree trunk. Eh? You must have smoked something very, very big, bigger than your life, for you to even dare to want to play Big Brother like that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, watching Nomi's display yesterday, Nomi's display of blatant rudeness and disrespect and just outright defiance of Big Brother's instructions for the 100th time. Oh my days. See, yeah, I wasn't even upset. I wasn't even irritated. I was entertained. I was laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard because I kept on telling myself that, nah, this girl's audacity, I need to know who she knows. I need to know what is she chop. Because you go not chop live human being. For you to come to Big Brother's house and dare to dare Big Brother the way Nomi is doing. The things Nomi did yesterday, the things she said. I mean, she got the internet all riled up yesterday. People were so pissed. People were so irritated by what she was doing. However, the show can never be complete without the other side who would always support whatever they want to support. I mean, these sort of people were literally defending her. They were saying things like, oh, it's normal for everybody to rebel when they don't like how they are being treated. Oh my God, poor Nomi. It's not fair on her at this point. Oh my God. If Nomi is murmuring, if she's saying XYZ, it's just the same thing that any individual who is feeling marginalized would do. Da, 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 da. They were just talking and talking and talking, of course, via their posts on social media. And me, I was over here, I was laughing really hard because for me, it doesn't really matter anymore at this point. Yeah, she's done so much and it's not like she's particularly getting away with everything that she's done, right? But at this point, it's making me raise a lot of questions, which you will find out on this video. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, not to stress you out anymore, because at this point I know that a lot of you are really aggravated already. Yeah, but let's just dive right into the video and talk about the things that Nomi was doing to Big Brother yesterday, because it was really about Nomi challenging Big Brother's authority back to back to back to back to back the whole of yesterday. Yeah, so we're gonna get into this video. We're going to talk about it all, analyze it, and of course I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now oh guys, I just realized that I haven't introduced myself in a while. So officially, you're all welcome to my channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah, and I am the girl with the T. Yes, without further ado, let's just dive right into the video. Now, if we're going to properly analyze Nomi's behavior towards Big Brother, let's begin from Sunday evening before the live eviction show, when Big Brother was reading out her verdicts before issuing her a strike for defiance of his instructions and his rules. Now, I don't know how many of you caught her countenance, her attitude when Big Brother was speaking to her. Even when he told her to stand, she was still busy removing her hairpins, just busy doing her own thing, no form of remorse at all. And then when she stood, there was this, this air of arrogance, like indifference. Well, whatever, I don't care. I know I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to be disqualified today. She was issued a strike. She sat down. And then afterwards, the first thing that came out of her mouth when she was talking to Cassie was, "Oh my God, I looked good on camera, didn't I?" Like, no form of remorse at all. Anyways, fast forward to yesterday in the arena, after the Head of House challenge. As usual, Big Brother would pick the worst performing housemates and, bestow upon them the title of bench warmer of the week. But because Nomi did not properly serve her punishment last week, Big Brother had, instructed that she retained that position. Now, aside just wearing the vest and sitting on that bench, she was to also retain the second punishment given to her. That's to wash the bathrooms and the toilets. Now, because she had claimed not to have understood Big Brother's instructions, hence the reason in the first part of the week, she did not particularly adhere to the instructions of her serving the punishment of wearing the vest and sitting on the bench. Big Brother had to reiterate all the instructions. Like, he had to re-say it and then had to reiterate with emphasis here and there. And asked her if she understood. She said she understood. However, whilst Big Brother was speaking, she kept on interrupting with questions. Am I supposed to wear the vest when I'm sleeping? Now, Big Brother was still talking. Big Brother, Big Brother, am I supposed to wear the vest when I'm sleeping? Even when I'm sleeping? Big Brother was still talking. She was still interrupting. And Big Brother was like, "You are interrupting, Big Brother." She didn't even say, "Oh, apologies, Big Brother." "Oh, I'm sorry, Big Brother." She just like, "Oh," like, "Madam." See, guys, like, yesterday, I was looking at this girl and I was thinking, wait, hold on a second. Nomi, who do you know? Who do you know in production? Because the audacity is striking. Who do you know? Before a housemate to behave like that, there must be somebody or people that you know in production. Maybe they've given you assurance that, "Oh, go in there, just play your game and do whatever, and nothing will happen. You're not leaving the house. You're there to the final day." Because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to lay accusations upon production, but when you see a housemate behaving that way, the first question that comes to your mind is, who is your backbone? Who is giving you this audacity? Because it was just too much. Now, Big Brother was done talking, and then she sat down, and then she was like, "But you didn't answer my question." Hey! To the point that the other housemates around there, they were kind of shocked. But what can they say? Now, Nomi got into the house. Instead of her to immediately proceed to start serving a punishment, she was dilly-dallying, having conversations with someone. I think it was Cassie or whoever. Big Brother had to remind her, "What are you waiting for?" And then she heard Big Brother, and then she was dragging her feet. "I don't even know where I kept the vest." And then she carried the vest, but she went to her locker, and then she was just murmuring and grumbling and talking and talking. Now, the thing she was saying, what was the point of even giving me a strike when you know that you're going to ask me to repeat the punishment? The fuck? And then she was just murmuring and going just talking. And I'm like, hey. Never in my life. I mean, I've seen housemates who are rude, housemates who are outright disrespectful to Big Brother. But the gravity of this one that Nomi is doing, it's a lot. And she did not stop there. She was so angry at Big Brother that at the point where she was still in the dressing area, the assignment, or rather the activity for the day, which was Big Brother had drawn some boxes, some spots around the house, and had instructed the housemates that whenever the music came on, as per the theme of the week, go hard or go home, whenever the music came on, wherever they are, they should rush into any of those boxes outlined, and then they should dance or do any form of exercise at all, but just have fun with it, right? And so far, housemates have been having fun, right? And I love this particular activity because it's just to help the housemates, be active, just be active and not to just stay in one place most of the time, because that's what most of them do the whole day anyways. So, Nomi was still in the dressing area when the music came on. And because she was still grumbling and murmuring and was still just angry at Big Brother and the whole situation, she, of course, dragged her feet into the box and she just stood there like this. And then she was not dancing. She was not doing anything. Like, she was so angry. And listen, Nomi's anger is valid. However, who should she be upset with? Herself. Because if she had taken her punishment serious the whole of last week, she wouldn't have to be serving it again this week. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, she was already defaulting. She was already dilly-dallying. She wasn't dancing in the box. She just stood there. She was angry. And then, fast forward to the whole of yesterday, whenever the housemates would be summoned to the lounge, Nomi would not sit. Certain housemates will be reminding her, they'll be telling her, Nomi, oh, you're not sitting on your bench, just trying to help her remember in case she lies that she could not remember. And then she'll be like, oh, I do not intend to sit. I do not have any intentions of sitting. So for her, she's trying to bypass the punishment or to be smart about it. So when they are summoned to the lounge, when everybody is sitting down, normally all housemates are supposed to sit. Even when Big Brother is addressing them, you must sit down. But Nomi will stand behind and then she'll be like this. She doesn't want to sit. So once again, that is her defying Big Brother's instructions. She's wearing the vest. In fact, even wearing the vest, she was just complaining still that, oh, I'm trying to dress up in this house and you're coming to come and tell me to wear this vest. For what? Like, why am I even wearing the vest? She's just angry. So the whole of yesterday, in fact, not even the whole of yesterday, because later on at some point at night, while she was having a conversation with another housemate, she did not use the chair to sit. She sat on one of the chairs in the house. And the cameras was focusing on that bench. The cameras will show Nomi and then it will go back and show the bench that Nomi is not using the bench. So, guys, in fact, that wasn't even the end of it all. During live nominations, right, Big Brother would finish addressing the housemates and tell them to sit down. If Big Brother were to dismiss the house, he would tell them as you were. So they already know that, okay, well, we can disperse at this point. Big Brother is done with us or done addressing us. But he told them, housemates, sit down. They sat down. But guess what? Nomi left. She went upstairs to her room. What did she go and get, ladies and gentlemen? We don't know. It wasn't like she forgot her microphone. It wasn't like she forgot something that Big Brother needed at that point in time. But she left. And the camera showed her going to the room and then running out again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I watched all these things that Nomi did yesterday. And the one question, aside the many other questions that I have been throwing here and there on this video, the one question that kept coming to my mind was, is Nomi seeking an automatic disqualification? Is that a strategy in this house? Because as I said at the start of this video, it is one thing to, want to be the most talked about housemate. To be the most talked about housemate, there are so many ways to go about it. And one of those ways is exactly what Nomi is doing. Do things that will provoke housemates, do things that will rile up the viewers to the point that they will talk, and possibly end up liking your audacity, because it has happened a lot of times. Look at Sisi, look at Tacha, and so many other housemates you can think of. So I kept on asking myself, is that what Nomi is aiming for? Because already from week one, she was already playing the isolation game with the housemates. She was already playing the victim card. Now, it seems like she's no longer satisfied playing the game against the housemates. Now, she's playing the game against Big Brother. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask this question again. Do you all think that Nomi's strategy this season is for her to be the most hated housemate, even hated by Big Brother himself, to the point that they will disqualify her? What are your thoughts? Because at this point, me, I'm just being entertained by the whole drama, because I really want to see how far she can push Biggie to the point where Big Brother will just call the housemates to the lounge one day and decide that, you know what, you've been disqualified or you're getting another strike. But I don't know. The season says, show yourself. And Nomi currently is not only showing herself to the whole house or to the viewers, but she's also showing herself to the owner of the house. So now it's become a case of, it's either I choke you, Big Brother, or you kick me out of your house. And for Big Brother, I'm presuming that it is either you humble yourself or you go home. So ladies and gentlemen, I leave it to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.